Well, we had some big news overnight. The Bank of Japan Deputy Governor, Mr. Nishimura, said the bank has been and will always be ready to take appropriate and decisive action to ensure it meets its policy goal of 1% inflation. The market took that as a sign that the Bank of Japan is willing to do more to weaken the yen, and dollar-yen rose accordingly. Now, I think the statement's meaningless. Let's look at the reverse. Would he ever get up and say the Bank of Japan will take inappropriate and indecisive action? No, of course, he'd never say anything like that. In that case, making that the statement that they will take decisive action is meaningless because he wouldn't say anything else. Moreover, note that he said the bank has been ready to do that, yet they've never reached their inflation goal yet. So what does the statement really mean? Really, he's just trying to deflect the political pressure and put pressure on the government to do more themselves by liberalizing the economy. Nonetheless, it does show that the Bank of Japan is feeling the heat, the political heat, and that in itself is likely to keep the yen weakening. The only competitor to the yen for weakest major currency nowadays is likely to be the Swiss franc. Since Credit Suisse announced a few days ago that it's imposing a fee on people for keeping balances, in effect imposing negative interest rates, the Swiss franc has come back in style as a funding currency. With the risk of a euro breakup diminishing, the time seems right for a reversal of some of the safe haven flows into the Swiss franc. So we recommend that clients consider using both of these currencies, the yen and the Swiss franc, as possible funding currencies. And what to buy with your yen or Swiss franc? How about the euro? The euro yen and euro Swissy have trended upwards fairly steadily over the last few days, with the US fiscal dilemma heating up, and while Europe's problems are cooling down temporarily, the euro could be in for a run. So, Bank of Japan under pressure to keep policy loose, Swiss interest rates turning negative. Look at yen and Swiss franc for funding purposes. Meanwhile, the US looks more troubled than Europe for the time being. Euro set to gain. Look at euro yen and Swiss franc. This is Marshall Gittler, Head of Global FX Strategy for IronFX, wishing you good trading.